to is preservation and longevity. Those have always been things in my mind, and it's not just again a wrestling thing. It's just in life. I want to live as long as I can. I want to enjoy as much of life as I can. Spread. Listen, this wealth. I made it, and I'm making it, and I want to continue to spend to stimulate the economy. Let's say as much as I can. I want to be able to trade my money for wonderful, luxurious things that I want, things that I may or may not need. Let's say I need them. I need them. Darius Carter needs them. Things that I want, things that I need. I want to do that as long as I can. If I can find a way to do it to 200 to 300, I'll find a way. But that's what life is about. And wrestling, I want to wrestle as long as I can, because obviously there's only so long that you're going to be in that ring. I want to maximize those minutes, maximize those hours, those days, those years. And I think about that all the time. And that's why I think that helped me gravitate to the style that I wrestle. To be honest with you, I've loved that style far before I had thought of that. But still, it just syncs together. It just works that way. I'm happy that my style of wrestling complements my mindset of longevity, and it does that naturally. So being able to again grab a hold that saves me from having to be thrown around and jumping off of ropes that can snap at any time, trying moves that can go awry at any time, and it might not even be my fault. It could be, again, the condition of the ropes. It could be the slippery nature of a wrestling ring over time with all the sweat and all the 20-minute sprints there, or 20-minute matches that everyone's having now. So
I mean, it pretty much is a sprint. You're not lying. It pretty much is a sprint. You're not lying.
Yeah, it is a sprint. And then the ropes, you know what I mean? And that's what people are thinking about, too. We're just wearing down a ring more and more. And then it's just kind of like by the time it's your turn to get out there for match 4, and you've already seen there's only been an hour of wrestling in 3 matches. But it's like, all right, well, now let me jump off the ropes the same way they did before 3 matches earlier, but it wasn't as slippery 3 matches earlier. Now there's 40 minutes of sweat because people are doing the same thing, jumping off the same spots. And now it's like now the guy is not only going to do something that's been seen before, and he may not even know because he might not have even watched the match before, whether he's had a chance to or not. Now he's got to go for this move. He slips, and now it's like, and now he's hurt. Now he's injured, and now there goes 8 months of your career, Ricky. We'll see you in 6. So it's just, I don't know. It's just so obvious to me. It's obvious to me, and we laugh because we get it. But I really think so many people do not get that. Everyone thinks it's never going to be me. It won't be me. It's like, yeah, but what happens when it will be? You think you can keep jumping the same way that this guy keeps jumping, and it'll never happen to you? Okay. I just sit back and I just, I watch this happen. It is what it is. Such is life. People make the choices they want to make.
Reed Cooper says Ricky seems like such a specific name to choose. I don't know about.
Oh, please. Okay, please. Ricky, Tommy, Johnny, Bobby, anybody. It's all interchangeable, which is the point that I'm making. All of it is interchangeable. People get hurt, they get replaced by a guy that's just like them. They get hurt, replaced by a guy that's just like them. It's like it's like the inside of a factory, and you just see the process happening. You see the conveyor belts. You see we see what's going on. The gears are turning, and it's just replicating. It's like Chicken Run.
That's one hell of a reference.
That's what it is. That's the positives and negatives right now. Yeah, the business is booming, but it's also booming with a lot of the same stuff. And it's like, so it looks like it's changed, but it's really not. And that's what I'm here to represent. So many people talk about change and bringing change and difference, of course, after I did it. But they're not actually changing. They're not. Yeah, it's true.
You're 100% right. And to blow smoke up your ass a little bit, and having gotten to be, I guess you call it for a referee, best seat in the house to watch a match, and watching you before, you may not have that quote sexy style, like you said, and I completely agree with you 100%. It as flashy and everything as it is, it's the same old stuff. It really is. But what I like about how you wrestle, it's reflective of an old school style, but it's very effective. And that is also what makes people want to see you lose that much more, because you don't give them everything that maybe they want. You do what is going to be effective for you in your match at that moment. And that's what I, as a fan, like to see, as a colleague but fan really at heart, that's what I like to see. It's believable and people eat it up. They absolutely do. And obviously you're doing something right if you're getting that kind of reaction.
Yep, thank you. And you understand it. That's what promoters need to understand too, because the problem is some of the promoters end up being fans, and then they get skewed and jaded. You talk about the jaded wrestler, but let's talk about the jaded promoter. That's the stuff we need to get that all on the same page, so that the right people are getting opportunities and not just the same ones across 8 different promotions.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. You're going to have your flashbang guys. There's a million of them out there, and I get there's a reason to have them on your card, because you got to get the rounds of applauses. You got to get the "this is awesome" chants, so that when you make your highlight video, you can copy and paste that "this is awesome" into different segments. Whatever you want to do, let's call it spade a spade. We're uncensored here. Let's tell it how it is. All right, you can have them in them scramble match. You can have them in those scramble matches, David. But what I'm saying is, someone like me, Darius Carter, is essential, because you want to have a foundationalist in your promotion. You want to have someone that you could put in there at any time, at any point in the card, that you know what he's going to do. I'm not. Listen, I don't want to say unpredictable, all right, because you're going to get what you're going to get with me. But I'm somebody that is exactly textbook. Ooh, this is a book. Look at the title of the book. I don't even need to read through all the pages, because I know what it's going to be. All right. And when I do flip through those pages, it's what I expect, because that's what I hired. That's what I'm an independent contractor. Okay. So just as we are in professional wrestling, as we should be and see ourselves. So every promotion that I wrestle for, I'm there to contribute what I give best to your promotion. Okay. It's very clear what Darius Carter is, what Mr. Darius Carter is. All right. And to say that your promotion can go by, not say a promotion can go by without me, but without someone that is doing what I do, with someone that is fulfilling that spot, that's what I'm there for. Foundationalist, I'll always be there. I don't get hurt. I don't get injured. I'm consistent. This is inside and outside of the ring. That is what's necessary. That's what should be pursued more often. And I see, again, there should be less of the same. You're going to have your big spot matches, your 5-star, but your star rating matches. Great. All right. And I'm not saying I can't give that to you, okay? But I'm saying my goal at the end of the day is to be remembered. My goal at the end of the day is for you to say, oh, wow, you know what was different in that card? That Darius Carter was something different.
Agreed.
I went to WrestleCade. I did that at WrestleCade.
And again, you can have that 5-star match, but doing what you do, not having to, I don't want to put it in such a derogatory way, but lowering yourself to what's in. Am I making any sense?
Yes, that's perfectly right. I don't have to do the sequences and the flips and the dips and all those things to have that type of match. You can have Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan can be considered a 5-star match, just as Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat can be considered a 5-star match. My matches are not built just on the foundation of moves and flips and dips. It's about emotion. It's about physicality. It's about attention-grabbing technique. That is what I do. And that is something that is underestimated, because there's so much of the flip and dip and the gifs and the videos that you can put them in there, and it's like a flashlight flashing in your face. And to me, you need to have that setting. You need to have that standard bearer setting that you come back to at the end of the day, and that is what Darius Carter is, and that's why you see me as BCW World Champion about to face Austin Theory, who's on the WWE radar, is Evolve Champion. That is happening May 22nd, the 3-year anniversary of BCW. That's why I'm facing Too Cold Scorpio this Saturday at Warriors of Wrestling in a triple threat match. Too Cold Scorpio, a pro wrestling all-star, WCW, ECW, WWE, Japan, and I'm stepping in the ring with that man as well as Just Dev in a triple threat match in Brooklyn. I'm making this happen for myself because I know I deserve it, and it's not being given to me, so I got to go out there and take it. That is what the business is about. That's what the game is about, and I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to sleep in your basement or sleep in your attic so that I can be your quote unquote brother and be on your show next month. I'm going to do what I do best. I'm gonna yeah, that's right. I'm gonna stand out from the pack, and I'm going to make you DM me. I'm going to make you message me. You don't worry about loving me or hating me. That does not matter. It's about getting the job done, and no one gets the job done inside and outside of the ring, the magazine, whatever type of promos that you need, whatever type of pictures that you need, photo shoots that you need, suit, scarf, looking the part, walking the part, inside the ring, championship defenses. No one is doing it quite like Darius Carter. So turn your blinders off. That's all I got to say.
Well, and you already took care of the last part of the interview I was going to say and promote what you have coming up, but you're wrestling a pro wrestling legend in Too Cold Scorpio and an rising star in Austin Theory for the BCW Championship coming up as well. And Darius, you've been very generous with your time, and again, to blow a little smoke up your ass a little bit, gotten to be in the ring with you, not in the capacity that maybe I would have liked, but that's for another story, another time. But to be able to get the best seat in the house and see you work, nobody, and Reed Cooper then reiterates, he does his job well and then he does it better, which I cannot agree with more, because again, you're different than what the typical mold of a pro wrestler is right now, and that's what a lot of people, especially old school minded fans, appreciate about Darius Carter. But anyway, I'll let you go. Again, BCW March 22nd out in New York, and Warriors Wrestling out in New York as well. That's coming up this weekend, you said?
That's it. That's going to be the 9th, which is Saturday, March 9th, in Brooklyn, New York. Warriors of Wrestling, myself versus Too Cold Scorpio versus Just Nat, former member of the Hostile Collective. That's the stable I run, Warriors of Wrestling. That's coming up. Very excited. There's also Capital Wrestling that's going to be happening the same day in Hoboken. So check that out. Check out my social media. I'm not even going to run it all down because you need to go and watch what I'm putting out there. Twitter.com/Mr. Darius Carter, Facebook.com/Mr. Darius Carter. Then my fan page, Facebook/Wrestling's Richest Prize. You'll see all my dates. Be there, attend, witness the Sovereign in action.
I could talk shop with you for hours, but again, you've been already so generous with your time. I'll let you go now. Darius, thank you so much for taking quite a few minutes to talk with everybody that's listening and watching. And best of luck. Be safe, and hopefully we get to do this sometime soon.
Actually, you shall receive if you're generous. So there you go. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks a lot. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Carter, BCW heavyweight champion. And again, it's another guy that's all over the place. And I'll echo what Reed said. Now, normally I try to remain biased, but when I had Logan Black on last week and having Darius on now, with Logan, I've wrestled with him. I've wrestled against him. And Darius, I've only got to referee one of his matches, but when you're up close and personal with talents like that, I believe you get a different perspective on how good they are. I've always watched Darius because, I like to keep an eye on a lot of things independent wrestling. And again,